Norvina from Anastasia Beverly Hills has actually caused quite a commotion on Twitter. There's so much drama going on right now. All my social comment friends, it's Dustin and I am back with another video. I know it has been like really slow for drama this week. Like, I don't know what's going on. People are actually being like good for once. I don't understand. So that is why there has been a lack of videos this week. There has been a few things here and there, but there's just nothing been like video worthy, and I don't want to make like useless videos to take up your time. But this is for you guys that do not have Twitter, you don't use Twitter much, or you're just not on Twitter at all. Norvina from Anastasia Beverly Hills has actually caused quite a commotion on Twitter, and you may not understand what I mean if you don't use Twitter, so I'm gonna explain that and give you all the details. It's not really so much as drama as it is like the Hunger Games of Twitter.
I need someone to take this to the office.
I volunteer as tribute!
A week or two ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, I don't really remember the timeline, I've seen so many makeup artists tweeting to Norvina. So if you don't know who Norvina is, she is the daughter of Anastasia Beverly Hills. She is amazingly talented with her makeup. She is laid gorgeous. Like, I love her. She looks like a goddess. That's why I did the intro that I did for her. And while actually doing a little bit of research, I found out that I'm actually 1 day older than Norvina. I was just like completely shook by that. You know, Anastasia Beverly Hills is like a juggernaut of the makeup world. People love them. They're very well known. They have all kinds of brow products. They have eyeshadow palettes. They have a whole bunch of different stuff that people love. They're like their ride or die products, right? So Norvina tweeted out a couple weeks ago that she was going to be looking for smaller influencers to add to the PR list. So this actually caused a frenzy on Twitter. People started tweeting their looks to Norvina, and all hell broke loose. There's people like competing. People are like shading other people. She has put out a list, an email of people that have gotten on the PR list, and some people have gotten their feelings about it, and I feel some kind of way about it. I really do, the way that this took off, because this is a big brand. I've seen tweets of people being really mean to people that I'm not going to insert here. I've seen tweets of people like being really good in the community. Like, I'm gonna point out my friend Tanya. I love her so much. I'm gonna link her Instagram as well as like her Twitter here. She does amazing looks. She got on the Anastasia Beverly Hills PR list, and she helped like tweet pics to Norvina, because I believe that Norvina probably follows her on Twitter, I think. But this whole thing turned into a mess because so many people started tweeting these pictures to Norvina, and a lot of people were talented, some were not. But ultimately it led to some people getting their hearts broken over this, because when you love something like makeup and you really put a lot of time into something and you put a lot of effort into it, you want some kind of like feedback or payback for it, just to show that you're being acknowledged by the people that you're sending it to. ABH and Norvina specifically, like if you took time out of your day to do a look, 2 looks, 3 looks, because people were doing so many different looks to send to Norvina to try to get on this PR list, and some just fell flat and they weren't noticed. And I get that that's no fault of Norvina. She can't see every single tweet that is sent to her. That's just absolutely crazy. Now, I want to preface this by stating that if you know who Jen Gerard is from Gerard Cosmetics, last summer sometime she started this affiliate program where she basically allowed everybody to be on this PR list, and she sent out free makeup and things like that. And I think that that's really good. I think that Jen doing that started that with Makeup Geek as well, because you would have seen that Marlena Stell actually has done the same thing. And now I think that Norvina caught wind of that, and she's seen that it was a success, and she did this. But Norvina's brand is way bigger than Gerard Cosmetics, in my opinion. No shade to Jen. Jen, I know you watch my videos. You're like one of my good friends. I love you so much. I need to call you. But Anastasia Beverly Hills is so much bigger than Gerard Cosmetics, and it was almost made like Norvina made this a competition. Now, I don't think that she clearly thought this out. I believe that Norvina's intentions were good, but at the end of the day, this has caused such a mess, and we're going to get into that now. I know that this was a very long explanation for something that probably didn't need to be that long, but I just wanted to give you guys the background details so you would understand if you are not on Twitter. So Norvina actually tweeted out yesterday and said, "So I was MIA a weekend and Twitter got messy already. Oh boy. LOL. Well, listen, I have some good news. She didn't get to all the emails from the weekend today. The last batch coming tomorrow. Yay." And what Norvina means by this is they are actually emailing people back that they chose to be on the PR list for Anastasia Beverly Hills. James Charles tweeted back to her and said, "The way some artists are treating each other for making this list is so horrifying. I hope the team is paying attention to subtweets and nasty attitudes because there are some that definitely don't deserve it no matter how talented they are." And there are people being very, very nasty. Some people that got the email and got on the PR list, other people are acting very nasty toward them because they didn't get on the PR list. And that just leaves a bad taste in people's mouths. Like I said, like, this was made into like a competition, not directly by Norvina. And I get that there's a competitive part to this, kinda, but like, people are being very nasty to one another, like very, very nasty. I'll read you some of the replies to James that I thought were actually good. Someone replied and said, "Agreed, James. I couldn't have said it better. People are really threatening each other horribly today. Like, it's so unprofessional for one, and also just mean." Someone else said, "People are showing their true colors. I'd give anything to be on that list. They should be so thankful." And it's really crazy the attitude that people are giving other people for being on the list. Like, if someone made it and you didn't, you should congratulate them. I just want to take a second and address this before it becomes a thing. I know that in this video I'm saying the people that made the list are being shaded and things like that, but there are also people that made the list that are shading other people that did not make the list and shaming them, and that is just wrong. This was just me recording the video and responding to what I had read in the tweets and things like that. So don't get it twisted. People on both sides were actually being nasty to one another, okay? You shouldn't be nasty to them. You shouldn't be mean to them. It doesn't mean that they're a better makeup artist than you. It doesn't mean that you're a better makeup artist than them. It just means that Norvina maybe seen something in them that she wanted on her PR list that maybe they could bring to her company, the marketing, I don't know. But that does not mean that one is better than the other just because somebody simply got on the PR list. And while I'm talking about that, people are acting like this PR list is going to like make them famous or something. It's nothing like that. Like, PR list is literally just that. You get a free product and you can do reviews with it and things like that. I mean, it's amazing to get a free product. In the history of me ever having this channel, I've only got one free product ever, and I like free stuff. I've just never gotten anything free. I guess that kind of puts like a different spin on it for me now, thinking about it, because money, like, people will fight over money, and this is like product that people don't have to pay for. So maybe that is why people are getting so pissed off. Someone else responded and said, "I couldn't agree more with you. This needs to stop." I'll read one more reply, and someone said, "Say it louder, sister. We should all be supportive of one another. We all have the same passion, right? It's more than just receiving free product," like I just said. Norvina ended up tweeting back to James and said, "Actually, no, really lean right now. So if anybody cares to put together a list for me, I'll make it. Love you, James." And James responded and said, "I will text you in a bit. Love you more." Initially, when I read this, I thought that James was actually going to be like snitching on people that did this. I really think that it's amazing that James Charles knows that there's other influencers, other small influencers, and he sees them that didn't make the list, and he may actually be able to get them on the list by working with Norvina. So that is good for James. Good on James. This is the second video I've made I've actually had to sing his praises on. Like, I don't know what's going on with James lately, but did you guys see his video where he actually quoted Rich Lux in his ABCs? I was dying laughing. Like,
T stands for the house. Now, this is by far one of my favorite things to say right now. Me and my friends are all obsessed. I heard about it from another YouTuber named Rich Lux. Basically, anytime something is very something else, you can say it is the house. That was the worst explanation ever. Oh my gosh, it is very, very cold outside. It's cold, the house.
He said it right, but he kind of got the context wrong. The house means like everything. And while I'm talking about that, like, that started a whole freaking debate on Twitter. There was like this old drag queen. I don't mean like old, like, I mean like old drag queen. I think she's an old drag queen. I don't know. I'm not age shaming anybody, but I mean old, like somebody that's been doing it a long time. Actually posted the clip of James and tried to shade him and say that he's ruining something that is like way old. Like, I don't get it. And then I seen some other drama channel tweeting that out, like, Your shade really, really sucks. If you want to talk about something from 1990, let's not talk about lingo, because that lingo is old, although it is used today. You didn't help make that. That actually came before 1990. Anyway, I digress. I get like way off track. It has been a long week without any drama. I want to know what you guys think about this. I know that a lot of you actually are on Twitter, and if you have seen this, I want to know how you feel about this. What do you think Norvina could have done differently? I think that Norvina probably could have opened up like a thing on her website where you could have submitted this stuff and it would have been like private and nobody would have seen it. But that wouldn't have ultimately stopped people from saying, hey, I made it on the PR list. But I don't think there would have been that amount of exposure because there wouldn't have been so many retweets and stuff. I don't know. I just feel like this created so much of a backlash in the community. And while I'm talking about that, my friend Cotton, you guys hear me talk about her sometimes, Cotton Tolly, go check her channel out. I'll link it in the description. She actually has really, really, really good makeup, and she tweeted her stuff to Norvina. She hasn't heard anything back yet. I know that Norvina actually is releasing like one more batch of emails, and Cotton has like almost 100,000 on Instagram, and she has really, really high engagement on Instagram, and she didn't make the PR list. So I'm wondering why that is. It just makes no sense at all to me. But you guys, let me know what you think down below. I know this video is actually getting kind of long. I'm at like 13 minutes. I don't know how long it'll be in editing. But you guys, let me know what you think about all this down below. Are you really tired of seeing this stuff on Twitter? I mean, I love the makeup looks, but I'm really tired of seeing the back and forth between people because it has really gotten nasty. Let me know what you think down below, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.